On the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action here on first down. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have two inbounds in the NFL.
Ready? For the mic. Just go. Come on. Watch twitch. What?
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And some room to maneuver. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line. Let's go. 10 logo. Check. No. I'm coming after you.
On play action, they'll throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Look at me. Go. Check. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
I'm gonna run you over.
To throw, Brissett. Funches has it complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They run with Wilkins. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Brissett. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Check safety, check safety. Extreme.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant. Jam. 5.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. They find some open field here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff looking right. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Break. 59, Mike. Check, 59. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. SOS. General West. SOS. Mike, check. 59. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, exit.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Bravo.
Second and 15. Finding room to the 20. And this one's incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now back to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out. Well, what's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on second down. Brissett. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Okay, ready? 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Okay. Switch.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game, are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. This one out quickly to Westbrook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
It always seems like a lightning bolt when you get a big run on 3rd and inches. But in this case, all the credit has to go to the offensive line. They out-leveraged the defensive front and created a gap for him to get through and create that big-time run.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Watch out. Greystone, travel.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Brissett now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now 21-17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Brissett. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40.
Ready up. Check, 59. Hey, man, watch the boot. Shoot!
They go play action here on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
Here we go. Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw here. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 40.
A 28-yard gain. 1st down, Jaguars.
Set, ready.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a give, right side. It's Hines, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett, he's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On the carry, it's Wilkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I want to take that course.
Complete to Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the gun, here's Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brissett sets to throw it. That one complete to Wilkins, the running back. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jordan Wilkins, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Westbrook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking long for Westbrook. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. Funches has it complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go play action with Brissett. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines taking it in. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and it's got him in the lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Man left, man left. Even. 4th down. 5.
Second and long. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
2nd and 9 now. The open man is Westbrook.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll set up the throw. Caught here by Conley. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Check. Crunch. Ready.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
218, chopper.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. They'll run on first down. Hines. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
13 yards on the play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
To throw, Brissett looking deep for Hilton. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Brissett again. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who